Okay, so I'm doing this tutorial series for Skyborn Chronicles. So here I wanted to do quickly this sound, right? So in game, the asset or this is supposed to be for a farm building. Quickly, you're on this huge ship. Everything is wasteland, and you have these little farms. Uh, Among other things, you have these little farms where you grow stuff. And so here, I couldn't get a better screenshot, and I think it like just looks a bit dark behind this black background. But either way, it's like um, there are plants inside of it, and it's pretty in game. But it's low resolution here, um, but I still needed some form of like as I was making this, I still needed some form of visual inspiration for this. So as this is like supposed to be a hydroponics, like the big like tower growing things, I googled hydroponics and tried to make something that like sounded like some of these images, but and so here I have so this I have a couple of things, like a couple of layers, right? So the first layer, I mean, like the overall like tonic melodic layer, right? Um, it's actually from a song that I have. So it's out, but it's not the point. But like, right, it already had these like organic textures meshed with like these papery top end textures meshed with like melodic stuff. So I cut out a part, and you can hear it being a bit stretched. And then aside from processing, I have this track spacer that, if you look at, right, it's ducking like the frequency content as the other stuff. Like it's linked to this group here when I play it. Pretty, how would you say, like pretty dry stuff. So here I have the sound of yeah, this is the sound, and you have it on my free sound. I'll link you. I'll hook you up. So this is a friend of mine. Breaking branches, but it's pretty heavily processed by Isotope RX. As to right, so I needed some form of like organic wooden sound. I had that. Um, Afterwards, I took these are grouped, but I think there's no processing on the groups. But so I had this, right? I think this is a yeah. I think this is like a synth thing. Downloaded from Free Sound. It sounds like this. Yeah, yeah. It's like this. It's probably some form of envelope and filter going on, but it decays in a very nice way, and it has like a pitch as it decays. And so, right, and then I have this. So this is a sound of a whale. Of a whale, yeah. So there's this phenomenal sound pack, and I found this on Free Sound, but you can download it from their site either way. But it's like it's this low rumble, but when you pitch it up, and you pitch it up, and here I'm using the envelope from this one, right? And you can see that it's quite precise here, which is important. Like the dents are quite precise. I'm modulating the volume envelope. and it gives it this, you know, almost like Minecrafty, like it's a live thing. And I'm using a phaser here to kind of just offset it in space. So when you play these two, all right, this one is up front, whereas this one is kind of modulating or panning behind it, because if you listen to it like this, right, both of them are up front, whereas this puts it a bit, like the whole thing a bit back. Yeah, I'm getting sound, I'm getting audio. Next, I have these bubbles, like as well, the same thing with free sound, right? These are downloaded, EQ'd. Both of them have the same thing, and here, yeah, I accentuated the mid-high end of the thing because it sounded right as I was mixing them with the rest of the things. And that's it. And so when you mesh them together, so these two sound like this, right? Dry, but very precise. And then with this, you have a pretty decent sound effect. A cool way to test it out as well is to record it, and then you kind of mess around, like nice, right? It works in different pitches, right? It makes sense. I like it like this. Yeah. A thing that I would probably do now, additionally, is you have this plugin in Ableton Meld, which has these artificial bubbles. Wait, I would probably add in a couple of these artificial ones. Yeah. Okay. That's it for that. On to the next one. Bye bye.